All right, here we go. According to reports, Ed Woodward isn't expected to spend big this summer when the market returns. And instead, he's going to cash in, those were air quotes if you're listening on the podcast, on Pogba and Lingard. Are you buying this, Jules?
So, okay, let's start with not spending big. Hang on a minute. I thought this was a big rebuilding plan. This summer, we're going to invest. We need 3, 4, 5 world-class players to make this team competitive. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a big list. And where's that gone then? Where's that gone?
Sorry, Jules, my take is this is classic misdirection. Okay, first of all, I don't even know if the story's true. I think he's saying, oh, no, we won't spend big. We might sell somebody. And then like, oh, well. And then person writes, okay, well, surely they're going to sell Pogba because he's horrible and mean and the sorts of problems. And he's going to sell Lingard because he's been rubbish and United fans hate him.
Okay.
Although, who's going to give you money for Lingard?
Exactly. Issue. So cashing in on Lingard, I don't believe so. On Pogba, please do so because he wants to leave. So he'd be very happy if you let him go.
He doesn't want to leave. He loves Manchester. Look.
Yeah, of course. I still expect a big transfer window, by the way, at United. Go on.
I would imagine if you're United, you are going to still be cash rich. You'll be cash rich to the degree that no other club is. Everybody will be trying to divest assets. This is a really, really good opportunity for you. This is why I don't believe for 1 second that this is Ed Woodward's plan.
I'm with you massively. Serie A is inching back towards a restart too, Gab, but yesterday's announcement was a bit disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah, so basically they said, okay, from May 4th, if you're a professional athlete or to include Olympic athletes and an athlete of renown, you can go back to work and start training. Except if you're in a team sport, of course, in which case it's going to take longer. They're talking possibly May 18th. People are annoyed by this. They're saying, oh, they're being unfair to football. But you know what? They're following the rules. And now they're coming up with other ideas. One of my favorites, which I don't think is stupid, but then again, I might be the minority, is the Lazio president, Claudio Lotito, said, well, hang on a minute. We're 1 point behind Juve. If we can't cram in all the games by the end of July, what if we just play a one-game playoff against Juve final for the title? And that would be cool.
Because they've just beaten them twice as well in the league and in the cup, they're thinking, you know what? We could do this again.
I'm serious. If you're Juve, you would take it, right? Because the alternative is you tell them, you either play this one game against Lazio, or guess what, Andrea? The title's declared vacant. Like it was declared vacant way back. And remember, 0405, those bad memories? So, of course, you're going to show up on the pitch.
I know. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Do that.
That would be like WrestleMania for Serie A football. This is it. The one night, and then the same night you do an earlier kickoff with like, I don't know, Champions League playoff between so-and-so or something. Awesome.
That'd be sweet. Now, Moise Kean, shock, horror, is in trouble with the media and with his club. Jules, what has our boy done this time?
Well, we have our COVID idiots for this week. We've had Kyle Walker, who you remember had a sex party. We had Jack Grealish, who went to his mate.
You can't call it a sex party.
Of course, it's what you have prostitutes coming to your house. What do you call that?
There were escorts. We don't.
What did they do? Play poker?
We don't know. We weren't there.
Well, okay. Sorry, Kyle, if I offended you, but this is what I call it. And now we've got Moise Kean, who organized a big party in his flat in Cheshire with lap dancers and everything you want to.
Are we sure really those aren't the people that?
Well, have you seen the videos? I've seen the video. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people you would self-isolate with.
I'll tell you what, though. Can I say something? If you're Moise Kean and you know you're going to have to self-isolate, how do we know he's not clever enough and like says, hey, you guys, why don't you guys come over and self-isolate with me for a month?
Yeah.
That would have been better. Yeah,
that would have been better. But I fear, Gab, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't think that's it. And again, I think rightly so, Everton were not happy at all.
You know what? I stuck up with this guy, obviously, last season at Juve, and then
me too.
Juve let him go. I was critical of Juve saying, and then Juve, briefing, oh, well, but, his head's not screwed on right. He's a bit of a head case, he's a problem child. And then you see this kind of behavior this year, and not just with Marco Silva, now with the kind Super Carlo as well. Come on, man. Yeah. Come on.
Well, we talked about Serie A a couple of questions ago, but even if Serie A does restart, Gab, there are strong suggestions that Gonzalo Higuain might not be back. What's that all about? He's in Argentina right now, right?
He's in Argentina right now. He's got some, family member. His mom, I think, is unwell. there's all these reports filtering back that he just doesn't want to return. And at first, I didn't take this so seriously. I said, "Oh, it's usual, people being critical, whatever." Now there's even some reports saying that Juve are looking to rescind his contract. I'll tell you what, if Serie A does come back without Higuain, I don't like Juve's chances anymore, because I think Higuain was really important for them this season. And, you're looking at Dybala or Cristiano playing, well, it's not going to be Cristiano, it's going to be Dybala playing center forward the rest of the way. It doesn't look too clever.
At the start of all of this, and we said we will see at the end of this break, when people go back to training and games, the one who have been really serious during the lockdown and train. Don't roll your eyes already.
I know where you're going. You're going to say that Higuain.
So yes. I would love to see Gonzalo right now. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's lean and super fit.
Yes, there you go.
He's had a few too many asados, and he looks
He's been barbecuing for the past month.
I don't know. I'm just saying. That's all.
But as soon as he puts on those pinstripes, they're slimming. So, hey. Now, Jules, on a more serious note, Junior Sambia is better. Tell us about him.
Yeah, big scare for the Montpellier defender at the end of last week on Friday, when he was taken to hospital and in intensive care because of the virus. He contracted the virus and could not breathe by himself. We got really scared on Friday, which, by the way, almost felt like an alarm bell for all the other players, saying, "Oh, hang on." There were talks about going back training, going back playing, and look. This guy was self-isolating on his own, not going out apart from doing his shopping, grocery shopping.
Wait, he wasn't on the Moise Kean plan?
No, he was not. He was not there, not with Kyle Walker, not with Jack Grealish either. And it was like, whoa. But thank God he's much better. He's breathing. He's out of intensive care now, and there's far more hope than it was at the beginning of the weekend. So let's hope that he continues his recovery, and that's good. And Junior Sambia, if you listen to us or someone close to you, we send you all our best wishes and quick recoveries. Well, our buddies at ESPN Brazil spoke to Diego Costa, who shared his view on Antonio Conte. Great manager, Gab, but a bit lacking on the human side and somewhat paranoid.
Yeah, look, you may like Diego Costa, you may not like Diego Costa, but that is the assessment. That is, I think, the correct assessment of Antonio Conte. From Diego Costa's viewpoint, he certainly is paranoid. He was paranoid at Chelsea, and again, one of the reasons he left the club was because several reasons. Wasn't because he was a bad manager, because even people who dislike him say he's actually really, really good. He's a tremendous X's and O's manager. But just to refresh your memory, he wanted the club to buy him a different center forward to Diego Costa. The club said, "Okay, that's fine. We'll sell Diego Costa. We'll get you the guy you want." In the end, it was Alvaro Morata. But just please chill out. And then he became paranoid that the club wouldn't actually sell Diego Costa. So he sends Diego Costa a text message saying, "Oh, Diego, good luck at your new club.
That was brilliant.
Don't let the door hit you on the ass on your way out." I mean, come on.
That was awesome.
Like, to force the club's hand. And this is the kind of stuff he does. Now, the one thing I want to say about Antonio Conte is we're so guilty of this. Managers are human beings too. Even Conte, even Jose Mourinho, they evolve and they grow over time. My understanding is he's learned from this. He's a little, that human side, he has worked on it. He's still paranoid, but, I think that if you can learn from your mistakes, you become a better manager.
Who do you think will win a fight between Conte and Diego Costa?
Oh, come on.
I think Conte, when he's really, really angry, could be completely mad, no?
Yeah, well, I think he would go completely mad. It would be one of those things like the Roadrunner racing around him. And then Diego Costa could grab him by the hair, and then Conte wouldn't really feel a thing. No, but if Diego Costa catches him, then, he would turn Antonio Conte into a little puddle of oil, frankly.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.